Right now, as you're watching this, millions of Americans are doing the same thing you might be doing, checking their bank account, refreshing their phone, wondering if tomorrow finally brings some breathing room. If you're relying on Social Security, SSDI, or SSI, this isn't just another headline. This is about your rent, your groceries, your prescriptions, your family, and your peace of mind. And today, there's one number cutting through the noise: $2,400. That number isn't abstract. It's real to you because it could mean keeping the lights on, filling the fridge, or finally paying down a bill that's been haunting your mailbox for months. For years now, Americans have been stretched thin. Prices went up, savings went down, and promises from Washington often felt far away from your kitchen table. So when people hear that a $2,400 Social Security-related payment could land as soon as tomorrow, emotions run high: hope, confusion, skepticism, urgency. And that's exactly why this video matters, because missing one detail could mean missing money that belongs to you. But here's the truth: most headlines don't tell you. Not every payment looks the same, not every recipient qualifies the same way, and not every deposit shows up for the same reason. Some people will see money, others won't. And the difference between those two groups comes down to information. That's why you need to stay with me until the very end, because what you're about to learn could directly affect your wallet. This isn't about hype. This is about clarity. This is about understanding what's real, what's misunderstood, and what steps you should be taking right now to protect yourself financially. Because in times like these, knowledge isn't power, it's survival. So take a breath, stay focused, and let's break down exactly what this $2,400 payment really means, who it's connected to, and what you must know before tomorrow arrives. Why $2,400 is suddenly everywhere. If you've seen the number $2,400 popping up all over social media, news feeds, and comment sections, you're not imagining it. That number didn't come out of nowhere. It's tied to how Social Security payments can stack, overlap, or appear larger, depending on timing, benefit type, and individual circumstances. And this is where many Americans get tripped up, because the system isn't designed to be simple, even though your life depends on it. For some recipients, $2,400 represents 2 months of benefits hitting close together. For others, it reflects combined payments, such as a regular Social Security deposit, plus a retroactive adjustment, back pay, or delayed release. And in certain cases, it can involve spousal benefits, survivor benefits, or recalculated amounts that finally get released after weeks, or even months, of waiting. The key thing you need to understand is this: Social Security doesn't always pay in clean, predictable chunks. Sometimes deposits line up in a way that looks like a bonus when it's really timing catching up. And when that happens, it can feel sudden and shocking, especially if no one ever explained it to you in plain English. That's why some people will wake up tomorrow seeing a larger than usual number in their account, while others won't see any change at all. It doesn't mean someone did something wrong. It doesn't mean the system is broken. It means the rules are complicated, and most Americans were never taught how to navigate them. And here's the suspenseful part: whether you see money tomorrow depends on details you might not even realize matter. Your benefit type, your payment schedule, your banking setup. Even the day of the month you were born can influence when and how much you get paid. That's why staying informed isn't optional anymore. It's essential. Because when money moves fast, confusion spreads faster, and the people who lose are usually the ones who didn't get the full picture in time. Who could actually see money tomorrow? Let's get very clear here, because this is where your expectations need to match reality. Not every Social Security recipient will receive $2,400 tomorrow, but some will receive payments that add up to that amount, and understanding why puts you ahead of the game. If you receive retirement benefits, your payment date is typically based on your birth date. If you receive SSDI, your schedule may mirror retirement benefits, or fall on a different track depending on when you first qualified. If you receive SSI, payments often arrive earlier, but sometimes adjustments or delayed amounts land separately. Now here's where things get interesting. When a payment is delayed, recalculated, or corrected, Social Security doesn't always spread it out. Sometimes it arrives in a lump sum. That lump sum can make your account jump by thousands overnight. And if that happens tomorrow, it can feel shocking, in a good way. Some recipients may be seeing retroactive payments from benefit increases, eligibility changes, or administrative corrections. Others may be receiving 2 deposits close together due to calendar shifts. And yes, some households may see combined benefits if they qualify for more than one program. But here's the catch, and this is critical: no one should spend money until it's confirmed. Social Security payments can be reversed if there's an error. Overpayments can be clawed back, and misunderstanding what a deposit represents can lead to painful surprises later. That's why this video isn't telling you to celebrate. It's telling you to understand. Because the smartest move you can make right now is to know exactly what type of benefit you receive, what your normal amount is, and how tomorrow's deposit, if it comes, fits into the bigger picture of your financial life. What to check right now, before tomorrow morning. Before you go to sleep tonight, there are 3 things you need to check, because doing this now could save you stress, confusion, and even money tomorrow. First, check your Social Security account online. Not rumors, not screenshots from social media, your actual account. Look at payment history, notices, and any recent updates. If there's a pending adjustment or message, that's your first clue. Second, confirm your direct deposit information. Bank changes, routing errors, or closed accounts can delay payments without warning. If something is wrong, you may not see money when others do, and fixing it later takes time you don't have. Third, understand your benefit type and schedule. This matters more than most people realize. Knowing whether you're on SSI, SSDI, retirement, or survivor benefits changes everything about when money moves. Doing these 3 things puts you in control. It turns tomorrow from a mystery into a moment of awareness. And awareness is how you protect your wallet in uncertain times. Why this matters more than ever, right now. This moment isn't happening in a vacuum. Americans are under pressure. Inflation may slow on paper, but at the checkout line, it still hurts. Rent is up, utilities are unpredictable, healthcare costs keep climbing, and for millions of families, Social Security is an extra. It's the foundation. That's why even the possibility of a $2,400 payment carries so much emotional weight. It represents relief in a system that rarely offers it. And it's why misinformation spreads so fast, because people are desperate for good news. But here's the truth. The people who survive financial uncertainty aren't the ones who chase headlines. They're the ones who stay informed, cautious, and proactive. That's what this channel is about, giving you the tools to navigate uncertainty with confidence. Section 6. Common misunderstandings you must avoid. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming every large deposit is extra money. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's money owed from the past. Sometimes it replaces future payments. And sometimes it's temporary. Another mistake is spending immediately without confirming the source. That's how overpayment recoveries happen, and those can hurt badly later. Understanding the why behind a payment is just as important as seeing the payment itself. What to do if you don't see anything? If tomorrow comes and your account doesn't change, don't panic. It doesn't mean you were excluded. It often means your payment is scheduled for a different date, or that your situation doesn't involve a lump sum. This is where patience and information matter. Check official notices, monitor your account, and don't fall for scams promising to release your money for a fee. How to protect your benefits going forward. The best defense is preparation. Keep records, read notices, report changes quickly, and stay connected to reliable updates, not rumors. Your benefits are too important to leave to chance. Why staying informed is your real power. Every change to Social Security policy, payment timing, or eligibility affects real lives, yours included. The people who stay ahead aren't lucky, they're informed. And that's exactly why videos like this matter. The real reason these payments create confusion. Let's talk about something most people never explain clearly, but it directly affects you and millions of other Americans. Social Security confusion isn't an accident. The system is layered, outdated, and filled with rules that were written decades ago for a very different economy. And when sudden payment headlines appear, like a $2,400 deposit, people are left guessing instead of understanding. Think about it from your perspective. You're told Social Security is dependable, you're told payments are predictable. But then one month looks different, the next looks delayed, and suddenly your account shows a number you weren't expecting. That emotional roller coaster isn't fair, especially when this money pays for real things like rent, insulin, electricity, and food. One reason confusion spikes is because Social Security rarely explains timing clearly. They send notices filled with legal language, technical phrases, and vague explanations that don't reflect real-life stress. When you're worried about bills, you don't want jargon, you want answers. And when answers don't come quickly, fear fills the gap. Another reason is timing overlap. Calendar shifts, federal holidays, banking processing delays, and benefit recalculations can all collide in the same month. When they do, deposits look bigger or smaller than usual, and people assume something new was passed or approved. Sometimes that's true. Often, it's just timing catching up. But no one tells you that up front. This is why scammers thrive during moments like this. They rely on uncertainty. They know when people are emotional about money, they're more vulnerable. That's why it's critical that you don't trust random posts, fake screenshots, or insider claims. Your Social Security information should only come from verified sources and from creators who explain things responsibly. And here's the most important part. Confusion costs people money. Missed deadlines, overpayments, penalties, lost benefits. The system won't warn you gently. It expects you to keep up. That's why staying informed isn't just helpful, it's protective. When you understand how and why payments move, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding strategically. That's how you protect your future. Your next move matters more than you think. Right now you're at a crossroads, and most people don't even realize it. You can either be someone who reacts to headlines after the fact, or someone who stays ahead of the changes before they impact your bank account. And that choice matters more than ever in the years ahead. Social Security isn't going away tomorrow, but it is evolving. Payment schedules shift, eligibility rules tighten, reviews increase, and small changes can quietly affect monthly income without warning. The people who feel blindsided later are usually the ones who weren't watching closely now. This is why moments like a possible $2,400 payment matter so much. Not just because of the money, but because they wake people up. They remind you that what happens in Washington, inside federal agencies, and behind closed doors eventually lands in your checking account. Sometimes softly, sometimes suddenly. Your next move should be intentional. Stay organized, keep documents, monitor notices, and most importantly, stay connected to updates that break things down in plain language. Because when information moves fast, the truth can get buried. And that's when families get hurt financially. There is hope here. Knowledge levels the playing field. Understanding gives you confidence. And being prepared helps you sleep better at night, knowing you didn't miss something critical. If you're watching this video, it means you care about your future. You care about your family. You care about your stability. And that already puts you ahead of millions who never ask questions until it's too late. So, whether tomorrow brings a deposit or just clarity, remember this. Staying informed is the smartest financial decision you can make. And this channel exists for one reason, to help you protect what you've earned. Your money matters. Your future matters. Stay alert, stay informed, and don't miss what comes next.